there are things that you can't necessarily change on your own. For example, we could not get married in 1990 when we wanted to get married and went to the to the clerk's office in Portland, Oregon, and they weren't going to let us get married. That we couldn't change, but we did not give the government or anybody else the power to take away from us our relationship. So the big thing that I think I would want young people to know, and the big lesson that I've learned from my activist past, is live the way you want to live, and no one can take that away from you, no matter what kind of power they actually have. You can live your life in a fulfilling and wonderful way by not letting those people get at you, and by standing up and fighting back.
It became real clear real fast that anybody who had issues here on the island looked the other way, kept them to themselves, whatever. It was a very accepting community. But I remember the guy that lived across the street from us in Beulah Park was an old maritime fisherman. Is that what you call it? No. Anyway, crusty old booger. He was just kind of a jerk and kind of lovable all at the same time. His name was Jack, yeah. And he said, rumor has it that you two are lesbians. And I looked at him and I said, well, Jack, you know, I could tell you one way or the other if we were a couple, but would that really make any difference? Because if I told you no and you didn't believe me, what would you do? Or, you know, there would be that. And if I told you yes, there would be that. And you'd have to deal with that. So you just decide.
Well done.
And that was the last time I heard anything like that come up, ever, on Vashon.
I came out to everybody at the school on the last day of freshman year so that we could have the summer to think about it and then start again, and I wouldn't have to deal with any ramifications. But I remember as I was leaving to get on the bus for that last day, my teacher came running out after me. It was probably one of the most amazing moments of my life, is just have this person that I really did admire just tell me, like, you know, it's amazing that you figured this out and you're so young and you're so amazing and you've got so much ahead of you, and I'm so proud to know you and you're going to go so far. And I just thought that that was probably one of the most amazing things that anybody has ever said to me. And it's been something that I have carried forward into other spaces. I hope that I can kind of pay that feeling forward that I had. Because, I mean, if somebody could believe in me when I was a freshman and I was a disaster, then, you know, I'm going to be okay.
We received a call from a guy who had seen our note on the bulletin board, and he called right on the day when I was becoming fertile, so it was kind of like, seriously? And he said, well, I'm at the airport, I'm going to Alaska, but I'll do it. And I'm like, you thought today would be the day, and it is, and we'll see you there. And so we went, I jumped in the car and went to the airport, and I waited. He had a flight to catch, and his brother was out, and Candy dropped me off and looped the loop around the airport so that she could pick me up the minute I came out. And I paced with his brother outside the bathroom, the men's room. And his brother said, I've got to go and get him. We're going to miss our flight. I said, no, don't go get him. So it was pretty humorous. And And then he came out and he said, bye, thank you, and went and parked in the parking lot and inseminated in the front of the truck at the airport. So it was quite a story.
Yes.
But it worked. And I only did it once that month, and there it happened. So I guess it was meant to be at that moment.
Turkey baster?
No, nobody uses a I mean, I don't know. It was a syringe. It was a syringe.
Same idea.
Yeah, smaller, but it shoots farther.